Hello subscribers, welcome back to the next presentation of progress on my game, Fortaeverse. So once again, lots of progress. I have added an equip option, cast spell. So basically, you pick the spell, okay, who are we going to target? It calculates who's within range. This Harold Smith is actually the guy that's in the old blacksmith place. So I could shoot him with an acid arrow. I don't have anything yet where people would turn hostile based on what you do to them. But I was casting my own guy, Gray, here. So you can see Gray has 72 out of 80 physical health right now. Just hit him with an acid arrow, so he took 10 damage. Now he's at 62. So that mechanism works. Let's cast a condition type spell. So we'll go ahead and cast Sleep. Let's cast it on Daryl. And there you go, he fell asleep, and you can see up here the sleep icon, which will last for about 30 seconds. I have the ability to invoke items now. But first, let me go ahead and buy something, just so you can see when I purchase an item. So we'll have Lori buy a dagger. Okay, now if we go into her inventory, there it is. Haven't worked out the weights yet, or at least it's not displaying the weight properly yet. But now that she has that, she could equip it. So that says she equipped the dagger, and then it's smart enough to know that then she can unequip it. So let's go take a walk to a new place I've created called Springfield Magic Emporium, where there's some magic items. So since we know where it's at, of course, we can automatically head that way without us having to change every move. Probably getting pretty close here. So what I'm going to do here is buy a magic item, and then I'm going to invoke it, which I have that completed. I don't have skills yet implemented as far as affecting your ability to do it and those types of things, but I do have the actual ability working. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy. Let's have Daryl buy it. So this wand of flame darts, 10,000 copper. So Daryl purchased it. So now I can use this icon, which is the invoke. Well, I have to equip it first. I can go ahead and equip. Now I can invoke, and what it'll do is it'll detect who's within range. And so this storekeeper's name is Yori Fondant, and I can target him. So he just took 8 fire damage from using the wand. And all magic equipment has charges in it. Some can actually have unlimited charges, but this wand, of course, does not. And so that mechanism is in place. I'm ready to start combat, but I don't have that implemented yet. Basically, you'll just click this if you want to attack someone, and then you'll say who you want to attack, and then it goes. And eventually it's going to have combat system that once you get into attacking someone and there's someone hostile around, it'll flip you into that special mode, and you'll have a certain amount of time to make decisions before then it executes each round. And a round is going to be approximately 6 to 10 seconds. I'm not sure yet how that's going to be. And that's 6 to 10 seconds in game, which means 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds real time, because real time is half the speed as the game speed. So anyway, I've got dialogue showing up here. I don't know if I showed that before. And let's see. I've showed you conditions. Is there anything else I want to show? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. I also have implemented your sustenance, hydration, and nutrition. So these started out at 80, and you'll notice he has 78 right now of sustenance, 76 of hydration, and 79 of nutrition. And the way this works is you don't have to actually manually eat and drink. If you have items in your inventory that qualify for that, you will automatically consume them when you need to. And different types of foods and different types of drinks have different effects on that. There's also different side effects based on when something expires. Just to give you an example here. So you can either be starving, which means you don't have enough sustenance. You can be malnourished, which means you don't have enough nutrition. Or you can be dehydrated, which obviously means you haven't had enough liquids. And what happens is conditions will come into effect based on being in those statuses. And each of those expire at different times. Like hydration happens much more, or dehydration happens much more quickly. You need more water more often than you need food to be starving. And then lastly, malnourishment, that takes longer before you get that condition. But if you are dehydrated, I'm trying to think, I could probably artificially expire this to speed it up. Let's go ahead and do that. The server's executing real time, but what I'm going to do is it'll be smart enough to pick this up automatically. So now as I'm sitting here, you're going to see these levels have dropped tremendously because I just changed the code to make that happen. What you're going to see here is some statuses start to appear, some conditions on my party members. And this is what would happen real game, in game. If you don't have the food or the drink on your inventory, then you'll start having these conditions. And of course you can get spells cast on you that would also cause these conditions. But all this is functional. So any second now, I think I have it set for every 30 to 60 seconds it processes your hydration levels and all that again. Should be any time now. And once those conditions take effect, you'll start seeing attributes like constitution, physical health, circulatory system start to take damage and fail. And you could fall into a coma. You can have insanity or other diseases and other types of conditions. I flip over here to the code so you can see what I was talking about. So there's dehydration, starving, and malnourishment. Okay, I'm getting an exception here. So it's trying to do something, find items, item type. Let me see what's happening here. So I probably don't have the item type set on this item, which would be the wand or the dagger. And so when it's trying to get the item type, it's having an error right here. So this will be a little privilege for you. You'll get to see me debug some code here. So item is the wand of flame darts, and the item type is null, so that's what's going on there. Is the item type ID set? That's the question. No, it's not. Okay. So I'll just quickly get around this by saying if item.item type ID is not equal null, then we're going to do that. Otherwise, we'll just skip that item for now until I fix that bug. Okay, so we'll execute the code again. All right, now you can see. I'm going to flip back. I'm already getting some conditions here. So the little wine glass means you're dehydrated. The little strawberry means you're starving. And eventually you're going to see another one, which I believe it looks like meat. And that's your malnutrition. Your nutrition level's low. And as I said before, the nutrition happens, malnutrition happens later. So, but eventually you'll start seeing things go down like the physical health here or your circulatory system. Let's see, circulatory system. Yeah, right here it's dropped to 78 already. It starts out at 80. So that's declining because I'm dehydrated. So anyway, just some little nice thing for you to think about, and just to show all the details I'm putting into this game. It's just going to be tremendous. So that's the latest progress. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.